Right, so for today's video, we're going to be talking about some edible drama. Now, I know what you're thinking, and trust me, I was thinking the same thing when I first heard about this situation, but we are not talking about some drama involving a certain type of brownie, for example. Instead, we're talking about a company called Edible. As we can see, this is their TikTok account right here. The bio quite literally says, Edible, in brackets, not that kind arrangement. I mean, we can see the website right here. They sell, like, gifts and stuff, right? So, as we can see, kind of like fruit bowls, flowers, we got some, like, snacks, like desserts and stuff like that. But another person to be aware of in this situation is actually a user called Timmy in the Wild, who had a pretty negative experience with Edible. And unfortunately, this seems to be another example of a company doing something wrong and not wanting to make that right until there's this viral situation, you know, a video talking about it has went viral. Now, before we get any further, I do just want to talk about the charity football game that we are hosting this weekend because it's pretty close at this point. You're probably watching this on a Friday. If you are watching this on Friday, it means the charity football game is tomorrow, and I don't know how long the fundraiser is going to stay up for after that. So it is kind of the last chance to maybe donate to this fundraiser, if you were able to, of course. So yeah, in case you don't know what I'm talking about, this Saturday we are hosting a charity football game to raise money for Encephalitis International. It's in memory of one of my lifelong best friends who was being treated for encephalitis before he sadly passed away. Last year, we also hosted a charity football game in his memory and raised over £16,000 for Encephalitis International. And this year, this Saturday, in fact, we are doing the same. As you can see here, Encephalitis International is the only non-profit of any size anywhere in the world providing direct support and information to people affected by encephalitis, brain inflammation, raising awareness and furthering our understanding of the condition through research. Yeah, encephalitis is something that really doesn't get talked about enough, especially with how devastating it can be. And I do just want to say a big thank you to everyone that supported this since I first mentioned it. I've been looking through all the donations with your lovely messages, obviously your generosity of actually donate in the first place hasn't gone unnoticed. I'm extremely grateful, and I know everyone involved in this is extremely grateful too. Like I mentioned, the event is this Saturday. I don't know how long the website is staying up for after that, so if you do have some money to spare and you want to support a great cause, the link is going to be in the description and the pinned comment. Again, I'm extremely grateful. Everyone around is extremely grateful. And yeah, it's much appreciated. But let's get into the first video. So Timmy starts off by explaining that his partner recently ordered from Edible Arrangements over a month ago at this point for about $80.
Stop for a second, whatever you're doing, and listen to this because this company needs to be shamed. A few days ago, it was my birthday, and my partner had ordered me an Edible Arrangements like berry bouquet, right? Mind you, he ordered this June 5th. This was more than a month in advance, and paid like over $80 for a few strawberries out of the goodness of his heart, right?
And as you can probably imagine, since I'm talking about the situation, it didn't really go to plan.
So my birthday rolls around and he says, I still have something that I'm waiting on for a delivery for you. He said, you know, I thought it would have arrived, but it didn't. So we waited at home because he said, you know, I don't want it to get damaged or melt or anything. So I figured, okay, let's wait at home. Nothing ever came. There was no email, no text, nothing. So we're just left wondering, okay, what happened?
Now, obviously in a situation like this, you want to get in contact with the company. Maybe there's like a mistake on their end. Maybe it's something that can be easily fixed. At the end of the day, they ordered something, it didn't arrive. The natural resolution for that would either to be a refund or to actually deliver the thing that they ordered. But again, that doesn't really go to plan. And in fact, even trying to get in contact with the company seems to be a bit of an obstacle.
So he goes online, fills out like a contact form where they said they'll be back to us within 48 hours. Nothing ever came. We also called their corporate number, which just forwards you to a store, which is now closed. The store that order was sent to is closed. Doesn't exist anymore. Mind you, their Google reviews are filled with literally probably over 20 people who have experienced the exact same thing that I have.
So on the topic of the negative reviews, we can actually take a look at some of them here. Now, the issue is I'm not 100% sure exactly which Edible Arrangement store it is because there's multiple. I saw on Timmy's page that he seems to be from Phoenix, Arizona. I've looked at the Edible Arrangement store in Phoenix, Arizona, and yeah, there's definitely a lot of negative reviews that relate to Timmy's problem here. Now, as always, when we look through the reviews in situations like this, I like to look at reviews that happened before the videos went viral, right? So these were reviews that were left before Timmy ever made this video. So there's one here that says, horrible, my daughter placed an order for me for over $175. It was supposed to be delivered on the 12th of May, I never received it. I did get a phone call with someone lying, telling me the address is wrong. I looked at the receipt and it was not wrong. I told them it would be fine to deliver it the next day. They said okay first thing in the morning. I still have not received it. I called and spoke with Juan, the manager. He told me they were just too busy because of Mother's Day. Too busy for a phone call. I asked to have the owner call me and he basically said I probably wouldn't get a phone call, but he messaged the owner to give me a refund I asked for since I never received what was paid for. Terrible customer service. Buyer beware, this store is very discourteous. We ordered something to be delivered on Mother's Day. Order was placed on May 7th and delivery was supposed to be the 11th but never delivered. Every time you call, you can never get someone to answer. The call will reroute you to an automated message that you have to wait a very long time just to input a call number back. Then you have to wait 24 hours for a call back. After I was promised that the order will be delivered today after Mother's Day and still yet to be delivered. Very discourteous, do not waste your time and money, just cancel the order and still waiting for a message about a refund, not sure if I will ever get my money back. If I could give this place a negative star, they would get 5 negative stars. Absolutely horrible company to order from and they will never receive $1 from me again. I have been waiting on my order all day and now my Valentine's Day is ruined, no response from fruit specialists, no callback, no email correspondence, don't waste your time with these people, they suck bad. So yeah, I'm not going to read through them all, but there is a lot of negative reviews that are basically saying the same thing, like they've ordered something and it didn't arrive. But also on top of that, trying to get in touch with Edible Arrangements, again, is a big obstacle and no one seems to be able to get in touch with them. And even for the people who do get in touch with them, they're not very helpful. So looking at the reviews, it seems like this is an ongoing problem with a lot of customers and Timmy just happens to be one of them who posted a video that went viral. So because of that, he did end up getting a response from them in the end, which we will get to. But again, clearly this is something that's been going on for a while and a lot of people have been struggling to get a response because they didn't make like a TikTok video that went viral, which is a shame that there has to be something like that for them to even take action.
So I decided to call another edible store here, like close to us, and they said, oh yeah, we've been having that happen a few times. People's orders are getting sent there. We don't know why either, but you can call customer service. Well, they don't answer because it forwards to the store that it was sent to, and they don't have a customer service line.
Okay, so as you can see, Timmy is trying everything to get in touch with this company, right? So the last thing that he is able to do in this situation is actually DM them on TikTok. He saw they were replying to comments on their videos, so surely they'll be able to reply to a DM as well. Well, as you can probably imagine, that doesn't go to plan either.
So then I TikTok DM them and I said, hey, this is what happened. Let me post a screenshot. So this is the DM that I sent them. Pause if you want to read it. It's pretty lengthy.
Yeah, you know what? We will pause and read it. Let's have a look what he said. Hi Edible, I'm writing this because I'm extremely disappointed and frustrated with your customer service. My partner ordered me a bouquet of berries on June 5th to be delivered on July 2nd. He paid over $80 for this and expected it to be delivered on my birthday. The day came and he said there was one more item he had gotten me, which was the berry bouquet which never came. He called your store, another store in the area, and submitted an email along with calling corporate and got 0 responses. The store that the order was sent to has apparently closed, and according to their Google reviews, it's not the first time that this has happened. This is appalling and unacceptable. He was extremely disappointed and felt bad because the thing that he had ordered literally a month in advance never arrived and he had 0 communication. Your customer support channels are also incredibly poorly built. This needs to be fixed. It's not July 4th. The order tracker still says the order was received. And then we can't see the end of the message, but it is a message you would expect to be sent in a situation like this, right? Now, what is wild about this is that after sending his message, Edible didn't do one of the 2 things you would probably expect them to do in this situation. The first one being responding to the message, and the second one being just like ignoring it, right? Because they seem to be ignoring a lot of people in situations like this. Instead, it seems like they wanted to make it very obvious that they did not want to help their customers because they actually went out of their way to block Timmy.
And as you can see, they literally blocked me. It's not like that was a crazy message that I sent them. I'm asking for help. They blocked me immediately. After I responded to one of their comments where they responded to somebody else, after I sent my message and I said, how come you guys can respond to comments, but you can't respond to DMs?
Which it goes without saying is probably one of the more wilder ways to respond to your customers, right? Because again, like they could have just ignored the message if they really didn't want to be helpful, which it seems like they don't want to be helpful, but they actually made a point of blocking Timmy so that he would see that he is now blocked from this page, and that just sends the strongest message possible from a company to their customer to say like, fuck you, we don't care. Now, of course, Timmy ends his video by basically advising people not to use this company.
So this is a word of advice. If you ever consider ordering anything for somebody as a gift, never, ever use Edible Arrangements because we still have yet to see a refund. We can't contact the store that has our order. There is no customer service. There's no help from Edible. And if you want to reach out to them, they'll just block you. So Edible Arrangements, count your days.
Now, as you can imagine, after Timmy posted his video and it went viral, I mean, it's currently on 2 million views, the comment section on Edible social media pages was completely filled with people asking and giving their opinions on this situation. So let's take a look at some of the comments in the most recent video. So there's one here that says, my pet peeve is slimy fruit bouquet store refusing to refund Tim, and that's because they use like an audio on this video that's like talk about a pet peeve. Is it really worth all this hate and bad press for $80? My pet peeve is companies ignoring their paying customers. Run Tim his refund. Bet Tim would have liked his birthday arrangement that was paid for. Just give Tim his refund. Your brand is getting destroyed over an $80 order. Not worth it. What are you doing? And there are over 2,400 comments on this video on a page that, when I look at their old videos, usually get about 10 comments on their videos. And that's just on this one video, right? So there are quite literally thousands of comments talking about this situation. And as we've seen on numerous occasions with situations like this, once a video goes viral talking about a negative experience that a lot of people have had but haven't posted a TikTok video about it, they do finally get some communication.
We have an update from Edible. They have finally unblocked me and responded to the thousands of comments that you guys sent in. So thank you for that. I got a response and I'll share it with you here. Hold up, before I do though, if you commented on Edible's posts and just went to bat for me, I just seriously want to say thank you. I've had so much support over this. I realize it's just $80, right? Just $80. But it's the principle behind it. And I think everybody understands that. So thank you.
Yeah, so let's take a look at their reply. So it says, hi Tim, we're truly sorry for the inconvenience you've experienced with your order. We understand how frustrating this must be and we deeply apologize. When you have a moment, could you please share your order number and full name? We want to make this right for you as quickly as possible. We appreciate your patience and look forward to resolving this for you. So yeah, I mean, the most like bog standard reply from a company you've ever seen, right? I mean, it doesn't really say much. It kind of feels like one of them replies you would get from like an automated bot chat thing. As we can see, Tim replies with some information like the order number, his name, then says the order was placed by, I would like a refund. I don't understand why I had to post a video to get him blocked by you. Very disappointing. Edible then replied to this saying, thank you for sharing that with us. We've gone ahead and submitted a refund request and the amount will be returned to the card used for your order. Depending on your bank, it may take up to 5 business days to process. We're truly sorry for the experience you had. This should not have happened and we appreciate your understanding. Again, the most like bog standard message you could ever receive from a company. Tim then replies saying, thank you. I'd like for you to understand what completely poor customer service this has been. I still can't believe you blocked me after asking for help. Also, this was a birthday gift. As a business that specializes in a product that's meant for occasions, you should know how important delivering or communicating the inability to deliver your product is. And then we see Edible's final reply that says, thank you for sharing your experience with us. We completely understand your frustration and you're right to be upset. We recognize how important this order was, especially as a birthday gift, and our communication fell short. We sincerely apologize for inconvenience and the lack of timely updates. This is not the level of service we aim to provide, and we're taking steps to ensure it doesn't happen again. It just all feels like classic like bot replies. I mean, I don't know for sure, but it feels like some AI has written this, right? Now, Timmy goes on to give his thoughts on the whole situation and the response.
So there you have it. Edible Arrangements did the absolute bare minimum and did not go above and beyond to even, I don't know, give me a call instead of doing this all over DM. Personally, that's what I would have done, but I think it shows the standard of business that Edible Arrangements is. And judging from the comments that I saw in that post and still see that are rolling in, this is not just a me experience. And I'm glad I'm highlighting it. Nobody deserves to have that kind of experience because it's so frustrating. And I truly, truly hope that this was the sign that you needed to never order anything from Edible Arrangements.
So yeah, there you have it. This is another classic example that we've seen many times in this channel where a company has done something wrong and not wanted to correct the issue until it became like a viral situation on TikTok. And even then, from my opinion at least, it doesn't even really seem like they overly care, right? I mean, they did issue the refund, which is the right thing to do. To be honest, from the information that we're being told here, it feels like they probably wouldn't have done that unless the videos did go viral like they did. But either way, he got his refund. Hopefully other customers that were struggling to get their refunds or the products did end up getting their refunds or the products, as we saw in them reviews. Who knows if there's people out there that still haven't received either. If that is the case, like, something really needs to change with this company. But yeah, either way, I would love to know your thoughts in the comment section down below on everything that we spoke about in today's video, and I'm going to leave it there. So if you did enjoy the video, please leave a like down below, subscribe if you are new. Also, if you're interested in some other content, me and Emily have a channel where we play games, we react to reality shows, stuff like that. So if you're interested in any of that, that's always linked down below. Also, if you have some money to spare and you want to donate to a great cause, the link to donate to Encephalitis International is going to be linked in the description and the pinned comment. And yeah, until the next one, I'll see you guys in a bit. Alright, goodbye.